All right, here is a little review and basically an assessment to see how you do on your Desmo. All right, so I'm going to put the equation in. Remember, this is our objective is to look at a quadratic formula or a quadratic equation or a function and see if we label the attributes and kind of tell us what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and put an equation in here. And remember, there's two ways to do it. I'm just going to go ahead and type this in. All right, so there's the equation that I have typed in. I'm going to kind of move this out of the way, and you can see it's pretty long. The y-intercept is going to be again at negative 30. All right, so here we go. I'm going to raise this up, and so we can kind of see a little bit, and then I'm going to kind of shrink it down a little bit. So we'll go down a little bit so you can kind of see everything. All right, so here we go. All right, and so here we go. We're going to raise this up a little bit more and kind of enlarge just this section here so that we can kind of see this part. All right, so here we go. We said the y-intercept was what? And we said the y-intercept, if you look, is where our line crosses the y-axis, and so it should be right about here. So that should be our y-intercept. Oops, excuse me. You can see it's right here. And here's our point right here is 0, negative 30. All right. What is the vertex for this problem? The vertex should be the very tip of where it comes back, goes down, and goes around here. So this right here is our vertex. And if you look, it's labeled at 6.5 and negative 72.25. So that's our vertex. All right, what does the vertex contain? Well, you should have said it contains the axis of symmetry. That's this guy right here. And the min or max, which is right here. All right, so the axis of symmetry, what is the equation for the axis of symmetry? Well, remember the axis of symmetry is an imaginary line that goes up and down. It's a vertical line, and it goes right through the axis. So it touches the x-axis if you drew a line to separate this parabola into two equal sections. And because it touches the x-axis and it's right down the middle of the vertex, the x value is your axis of symmetry. So the equation is x equals 6.5. Does this have a min or a max? Well, you should know it's a min because it's as low as it goes. You can't say max because these keep going on forever and ever. And again, the line goes right through the vertex. And when you draw a line right here as low as it goes, it touches the y-axis. And if it touches the y-axis, that means this right here is your minimum value. So my equation would be y equals a negative 72.25. All right, so what to do, and we'll enlarge this a little bit. All right, what are my roots going to be in this situation? So my roots are right here. It's where your line, it's the x-intercept, where your line touches the x-axis. So it goes here, and you can zoom in on this to look at it a little better. All right, and that's what I was doing. And so you can put your cursor, click on it, and that will tell you what that root is, or this 0 is. So you can see it's touching at negative 2, 0. And this one is 15, 0. So those are your roots, your solutions, your x-intercepts, okay? Does this open upward or downward? And again, this one opens upward, all right? And so you could just, it's right here is where it is. Down, when it's down, it would look something like this. And I'm going to put a sign here so you can see the difference. Look what happens when I put a negative here. Now you can see that it's a max value. See, the max is how high it goes, and it opens downward. All right, so that would be the situation if you put a negative in for the A value. All right, so again, roots, axis of symmetry is a line that goes right down the middle. The vertex is the tip, and the vertex contains the axis of symmetry and the vertex, the min or max. This is a minimum. And the y-intercept is right here.